Cool Figure TV. Peace alert, peace alert, peace alert, peace alert. I want unity in the community, man. Politics. It's a lot of politics being played right now about this Wack 100, 1090 Jake and Larry Hoover situation. Be sure to wipe your feet. That means hit the like button. You in the house of revolution. Like, share, subscribe, support the platform, y'all. Well, I done been getting some very strong phone calls. I even got two from prison. I even got two phone calls from prison. One of them was a homie birthday, and I just so happened to talk to him about something. But one of them was specifically a homie want to talk to me about politics. And the politics that's playing out right now between the G's and the Pyrus up under the Wack 100 and 1090 J. Now, I hate that Wack done position himself, you know what I'm saying, to be some type of spokesman for the West Coast. And a lot of people on the West Coast, man, we don't fool with him, we don't mess. Brother, that's not how a lot of people is seeing this right now. They are seeing it as either individuals backing his play or individuals are willing to see where this goes. When I say see where it goes, is Wack gonna be able to do something for them later? So I ain't in it, but Wack could do something. That just because when Wack got into it with Jay Prince, he was holding meetings with certain individuals, Pyrus and things of that nature, to try to show up his muscle. And some of them absolutely sat down with him and told him how to maneuver with this Jay Prince situation. You know, laws, regulations that govern some of this shit. Wack is one of the first people to say, I ain't no game, but he put everything on Pyrus. So when he making these moves he making, they see it up under Pyrus. They don't see it as just some music industry cat or some dude on Clubhouse. They see it as a West Coast shot calling Pyrus. Done put his nose in the Mr. Hoover business. And as the Gangster Disciples see it, they take that personal, what he tried to do. Now, gang politics. I told y'all before a prison story I had. So I bumped heads with the GDs one time while I was in prison. And I particularly didn't have no issues with them. If anybody remember that story, a partner that was up under the family from Port Arthur, you know, and he was claiming, matter of fact, he was claiming faux trade. That's a set from Galveston. So I had already, when people was upset about him claiming that, they said, hey man, long as he doing it rightly up under what Snake done started, OG Bluff down Galveston, they Snake took it down there to Port Arthur and air. People don't know. But anyway, this man had stuck his nose in the GD business, right? And they was planning on violating him, hitting him, doing something to him, you know what I'm saying? Word got back to me calling it for the family, you see what I'm saying? So I had to intervene. And if people remember how I told y'all I intervened and led their story, I worked in the laundry and I knew, okay, these dudes on closed custody, they on like a lockup, they not in population. So I can catch them at chow, or I can catch them coming to get laundry after they shower. I worked in the laundry. So I can catch anybody in the unit, very dangerous position. I can catch your ass. There's no way you gonna miss laundry. Is you ain't come and shower? That's a lie. Even people lock up. You got to come here. Anyway, so I had set it up to where, okay, let me iron this out. When the leader and his crew come through the shower. And everybody remember how it happened. Came through, bam, we locked the doors. You know what I'm saying? I was able to lock the doors in the laundry or the shower. We got it pulled like that. The shower, the laundry captain at this time was from Lamarck, Texas. No, he was from Galveston, Stanley, Lamarck. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he over there no more. You know, I'm not trying to get that man walked off of him. But then he had gave absolute power to a cat from Galveston named Rock, who wasn't in no gangs, had already went to prison when gangs first started. But his people got tied to the Crips, but he took a liking to me and put me in a position where I could handle some real business as the leader of the family, and that laundry was doing it. But anyway, so I was able to lock the doors on them when they come to shower. Bam, lock the doors. Hey, homie, let me holler at you. Like, whoa. I hear y'all talking about violating one of the Bloods. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. You see what I'm saying? You already know who I am. Even though we haven't spoken, everybody know who's who. So I let them know I'm gonna take care of that with the homie. I heard he got in y'all business when y'all was talking. They was at the table talking about doing something to one of their partners, and he got in their business, and they were gonna violate him. But me being on the and nobody's from another set and all that stuff gonna be putting their hands and feet on the Blood. You should come to me and let us take care of that. I got where y'all was just gonna do that. That could start a war. We got him, and he didn't have no choice. You feel me? He didn't like what I was saying, but he didn't have a choice. It can go down right here and right now, and they was in a bad position. I made sure they was in a bad position, and I was in a better position. That's how it go. But we ironed that out and straightened that out like men. They understood. He like, okay, guys, it's on y'all, man, but he need to stay. He gonna stay out y'all business, but that's on us. And if you remember, when we was sitting at the table and I'm discussing this with the partner, like, hey, we took care of that. Hey, stay out of GD business, fam. Next time you do that, it's gonna be a violation. I didn't want to tell him that, but that's come with having a seat. I got to tell him, look, we took care of that, but if you put the Bloods in their business again, you got to get a violation. He didn't like them words coming out my mouth and said nobody was going to do anything to him. Make a long story short, I smashed him. Now right there, we went to the spot. I smashed him. I was breaking laws because I was supposed to let a couple of the homies discipline him, but like I tell in the story, letting a couple of homies discipline him gets me no respect. You just went against what I said. And I got to let you know, just because I'm sitting on the throne don't mean I'm using the family to... Now, I will kick your ass my goddamn self behind disrespect. I mean, that's very disrespectful. I just put my life on the line with these dudes, bro. And these dudes sent the female on me later on. People know the story. I had the leader of the G's of disrespect, he fled the unit, Ramsey 2, in 2000. What that 10? You fled the unit, homie. Because when I found out you put that woman, you put that police officer on me and tried to get her to get me and Pookie to fall out. When we found it out, I turned the heat up and gave the word, I want him gone. And you was gone. But anyway, I said that to say this. Because that was my only incident with the G's, and I didn't have no problem with them. You know, somebody union in the community, but I had to stand firm on that. I know about the politics of getting in other organizations' business. And to y'all outside of them organizations, what Wack and 1090 Jake is doing as alleged members of the Blood family. Now, if they say someone said, I stepped away and all that, they don't look good, homie. That two alleged members, ex-members, whatever, y'all running this plot on the G's. You know what I'm saying? Some people say, now, Hoover do with that? You know, brother, he been done with it. We not talking about that. Ask Rick Ross. Hoover didn't press Rick Ross for that $3 million. The G's did. It's in Atlanta paperwork. Go to Crown TV. I'm telling you how they see this. This could have set off a war in them prisons and some Bloods and Perus in the South, near the Midwest. They could have got hit up, bro, over what the cat on the West Coast is doing. Up under that umbrella. This is so factual. Nobody want to touch on this. I don't give a damn. I'm touching on this. I got a phone call from the pen. And was able to ask another nigga who just talking about his birthday and could I bless the game, and I bless the game, want to talk to him about something. You see what I'm saying? And for anybody that's been incarcerated, it's go without saying. What nigga, please? People want to know, is they violating Wack in 1090? Not the G's, but the Perus and the Bloods. That's supposed to be mandatory, bro. if the GDs say, hey, we'll make a move behind that, the big homie supposed to, hey, hold on, we gonna take care of that. Just like I told y'all I had to do in jail, bro. I've been through this shit before. Cause a nigga stuck his nose in their business and he up under the umbrella. And they was gonna take care of that, bro. But I had to intervene, nigga, cause I cannot let them do that. Then I'm not holding the throne. Then it can happen to me. Like, man, that nigga let them walk all over. That's how it go, bro. So I stood stiff. Both ways. With them and then with the homies. Once the homies seen me, how that been like, oh shit, big homie. Nah, I'm not playing, nigga. I will kill for y'all. You see what I'm saying? Or nigga kill one of y'all. Don't be playing with me up in this thing, bro. I'm a made man. You see what I'm saying? But so, and then I talked to a few of the homies from the set, my ex set. You see what I'm saying? Because I want to know how they feel about what that had just took place. And they said, bro, you been saying this, fam, but they make it crystal clear. These niggas not following no laws. No, they not. Because they always tell us, California, y'all say y'all programming different, bro. Y'all just telling person, other cats from this way, we not programming right. We don't have to. Oh, cool. And I'm pretty sure we not programming how the originals program. Y'all the originals, right? Right and exact. Well, how the hell did Wack 100, who is a face, not the face, he one of the top Bloods and power names in America, especially for the West Coast. How did we get here today? Where he's able, and then don't think he could just say, man, it's just running content. Come on, fam. I know that don't fly with the OGs, right? That he just running content. The fuck that mean, nigga? You can start a war. Cause it's up to the G's how they want to react with this, bro. If they decided to hit a few motherfuckers behind that nigga, they wouldn't be in the wrong. How would they be in the wrong if they decided, man, up on the few of them penitentiary with the Bloods? They would not be in the wrong, bro. Cause you had two individuals who made their living, they claim to fame is blood and power rule. That's serious business. Majority of their pictures is bloody and power rule. Blood business. Now here they is. Working hand in hand to tear down Larry Hoover. Once again, I'm not saying Hoover has anything to do with GD. Understand this. But I'm saying those GDs will not allow for what Wack them trying to pull to be to flourish. Cause, and I haven't even talked to none of them. They in some of my comments. I haven't had no conversations just straight up with the G's about this here because I don't have to. I already know. You see what I'm saying? Because I already know. If the shoe was on the other foot, nigga, it would be the same thing. If some GDs was doing this, was a shot caller in the Blood family who had changed his life and was trying to walk the straight and narrow. If say it was me, and like once again, I'm never trying to put myself on Hoover level, never. But I have been a man of honor and respect and have played them streets to the fullest and been a done died in prison. That's my resume, and that's a fact. Anybody overturn that, nigga, make a YouTube channel and come up, nigga. Tell the world I'm lying. But anyway, say somebody done me like that. Decades later, and I'm a peaceful. Y'all know I'm a peace and unity. I'm the peace of every man. And then here comes some clique, some organization. You see what I'm saying? For targeting me, two different coasts. Somebody from the south, somebody from the west, but they tapped into these organizations. But then they targeting me and slandering my name and calling me all kind of shit. That nigga like, whoa, man. I know it's gonna be some made niggas up in that family who I went through all that with and who showed them so much love and stood stiff. Like I said, I got so many niggas in prison. It's so many people, bro. I don't have to name them. Boy, they go all out behind me, nigga, because what I done for them. You know what I'm saying? That's serious that niggas don't understand, fam. I ain't got to talk and see everybody every day. And what's understood don't need to be said. It's gonna go up, but I mean, what I'm saying. And man, and niggas know, like, come on, man, that man not trying to do the right thing, man. He ain't trying to be a blackface Ku Klux Klan, but you niggas think that it would be a problem. And some people be like, hold on. Cause ain't got nothing to do with them, nigga. It ain't about if I got something to do with them. It's about they know my story. They know what I went through. They know where I came from. They know the pain, the suffering. And then here comes some local jokers who not even on my level, who would never look me eye to eye, be in the same room with me, trying to play with my name. You know? They'll be like, oh, hell no, nigga. I'm gonna go all out for him, nigga, because he do the same for us. The G's, I'm pretty sure, feel the same way about Mr. Hoover. They're, oh, hell no, you wouldn't have done that when he was still 10 toes down in it. You wouldn't have played with him like that. You would have never said this when he was shot calling. But oh, now they done seen the light. They done gave his heart and his mind to the Most High and denounced it and don't want to knock your head off. Now you want to roll this out? Come on, bro. Come on. See what I'm saying? So, I just was asking some of my partner, one partner was locked up. I don't say where he at, none of that type of shit, because they don't even be looking to see my partner phone. But, what he thought about the politics, you know what I'm saying? And niggas like, man, that's crazy that the West Coast and the gang, y'all, they always pointing out where people doing it wrong at. But here's a living testimony to no laws, because he, as a made member, and y'all, and a lot of people gonna start saying, oh, he ain't. They not acting like he not made. If he ain't made, how the fuck he getting away with all this disrespect for Big U? And I don't want to hear about the police, West Coast family. I don't want to hear. Don't want to hear about it, bro. Y'all done spared our people. Y'all didn't give a shit about no cops. Some of y'all have murdered families, innocent people. You couldn't find you out, so you killed their mama, their brother, their daddy, their sister, their son. You know you did. You didn't give a shit about death row. You didn't give a shit about the pen. Some of y'all niggas sitting there in the prison with triple life, 300-400 years. Some of y'all. So it don't add up. So you're willing to do that. But then we have a man here acting like he talking that power root talking, always putting it on that there. But now he's sitting here, don't put that stamp on the target in Hoover and putting a blemish on the mark of the growth and development. To them the peace alert, bro. I don't Gangster Disciples, I don't have nothing to do with blackface Ku Klux Klan member in the gangs that's out there, y'all, and that's my stand. But the growth and development, he talking about black eye. Trying to leave a bad taste in the people's mouth. I say this shit again. As a legendary warrior, I'm looking at the hill from Hoover. I'm gonna take my pilgrimage to go sit at the feet of a revolutionary leader. You wanna know why? Because it's nobody on his level that we can trust. That's serious business. That I can feel his word is bond when he's saying something about these, how we should be operating peaceful in these streets. I'm a changed man. He a changed man. Hey, I want to hear him. He ain't talking Gangster Disciples, GD talk. No, peace. That's why I know Wack 100. Y'all need to put yourself in a bad position too. Because I told y'all once again, you a fool if you think you only gonna have to deal with some members or growth development, GD, whatever. If people like myself, very upset about that, bro. Shot callers like myself, very upset about that, nigga. Do not mind lending some of our weight to make sure it is what it is. And if you pay attention to what I said, now I talk to some bloods, not from the West, but from the side. I want to know how the side feel about this shit. And they feel very disrespected that man put other people's lives in jeopardy, him and 1090 Snake, nigga. They already, but Wack, you always trying to tell her nobody doing it right. Now here you is, nigga. Is this the right way to do it? Is this the right way to stand on blood business? Is to put your nose in Larry Hoover business? Oh, nigga, that can get you hit, and I know it. Not by them, by the power rules, nigga. You're supposed to be disciplined for that, nigga. They're not supposed to let you crawfish out of that, nigga. That's why I say the gangs, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't put yourself in a bad predicament because you let this stand, nigga. Huh? You let this man get away with this, nigga. Then how can anybody trust you? I mean, I don't trust your blackface schools, Klan members, but how can anybody feel like it's mutual honor back? You know, like, okay, you know, we gonna take care of our end, y'all. You know how you do with the Mexicans and the whites, and we do it in prison. Like, okay, now, like I did it, now we got ours. Y'all can't do. What happened to we gonna violate ours, and we gonna take care of that? Where that said West Coast? That's supposed to be what's happening in this situation. The West supposed to step up and say, hold on, we got this, man. We got this, because we know disrespect to Jay Prince and Larry Hoover and all the other Master P and everybody else that nigga been disrespecting. We got this here. I'm talking about men of honor, Hoover, Master P, Jay Prince, who that little phony fuck nigga slandered their names and then hid behind Power Rock. I pointed out a long time ago, mother channel, nigga. I done millions of views on Wack ass. I point out, when that nigga get to a J, that nigga would talk Pyro talk. Go listen to the thing. He never spoke about Jay, him and Jay. Fuck no. West Coast, Pyro. They don't meet with the Pyros. Niggas say, oh, he lying, man, whatever, bro. They was meet with that nigga, bro. They did meet with that nigga. He passing out little bread to it. They did meet with him, bro, because niggas will do anything for money. And that's what the kids, y'all need to see this shit, kids? All that, you don't have to be the old to respect, but you got a little money, nigga. You can run the OGs. You get a little paper there, do what you say, nigga. Get you some money, nigga. Don't listen to them, but get you some paper. These flunkies do whatever for money. Now they want to come out and Sugar's a buster and he's gay. You follow them. When did you find out? I hate these niggas always talking about everybody fake after you follow them, nigga, around and done everything they said to do. Now they some busters. But this situation with Wack, West Coast. We hear y'all saying he fake. Nigga, Big U locked up. He look what he did to Big U. You got like slandering Suge now. You see what I'm saying? Come on, bro. If he's so fake, nigga, when we gonna wake up and see that video? When we gonna hear about that fake nigga getting what's supposed to be coming to him? Because you niggas is really regulating down there. A lot of people getting extorted and fucked up coming to the West Coast. A lot of niggas from the South getting extorted, rappers and all that. A lot of niggas not coming home. Regular niggas we don't know about, nigga, because they didn't check in the right way, so they got checked out. So y'all standing on some shit, right? What's the problem with this nigga Wack, bro? Now for the Pyros and the Bloods out there on that West Coast, bro, this is heartbreaking to me, man. And I ain't in it no more. This heartbreaking to me, bro. This, see, had I still been in it, this probably would have been the end. This would have been the end of it for me for everything. Like, what the fuck? You nigga gonna let that nigga? Man, I almost got killed in prison trying to stand up behind this blood shit to let the G's know don't touch homies. And you mean to tell me niggas just willy-nilly doing anything they want out there while you lock real soldiers soldiering it behind bars? There's niggas on the West soldiering it behind bars. You know that's unacceptable. That shit is unacceptable, nigga. I'm finna get over here. But I tell you this, I feel it. That one of y'all cats out there, nigga, still feel like it's rules and regulations that must be held. All right. I don't like blackface Ku Klux Klan shit. But if it must be held, it must be held. He can't do what he doing and putting his nose in the people's business like that, fam. You can get the little homies hit in prison. Think about it. Cool figure. Follow me.